How big is this game to have?
First of all, I know it's very important to the fans. When I first committed, they was telling me, you can win every game, but just don't lose to NC State. And that really told me this game is probably the most important game to our fans. So we're really going to try to win this game for the fans.
Having lost to North Carolina, is it a situation where this game becomes even that much more important because this is the in-state game you want to win?
Of course, we want to win every game. And we're just going to do the routine plays just like Coach Ruff tells us every day, and we should be fine.
You talk about how tough this opponent is going to be because it probably is the best team that's left on your schedule.
Right. Yeah, NC State, they fly around the ball real good. And, we have to really cut the penalties, cut the mistakes, the decisions on my part, and just trust each other, and we'll be fine.
Just talk to me about how your season's gone so far. You seem to be improving week. It seems like once you got from behind Dwayne, it's really taken off for you, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I know all the years that I was here, I was Dwayne Harris's backup, and it's just been a great ride, and it's been an enjoyable experience for me to now be able to play with this dynamic player that he is. It's just a great experience for me.
I think people don't understand that before you were behind a guy like Dwayne, the opportunities are so few and far in between. Now that you're on the field with him, he's the number one guy, and now you're a guy that can get a lot of looks and a lot of catches. You talk about that and how important it is for you to not let him down and the teams.
Yeah, well, it's just really important for me because just last week when we lined up for the fourth down, Dwayne was standing beside me and he looked to me. He said, "Bo is coming to you." He already knew that the ball was coming to me, so it's just great to be able to play with a guy like him that knows a lot about football, knows a lot about being a receiver, and just being able to play beside him is just a tremendous thing for me.
You catch the ball, you make the turn, Lance throws a great block down the field, and you're in the end zone. What's going through your head?
Man, really, when I caught the ball, it was just secure the ball and just get the first down. Really, I didn't really think about the touchdown until I came up out of the tackle. Then I was like, oh, I really got an extra chance of scoring. And then I seen I had a lead blocker in Lance Lewis, and really I already knew what time it was then.
Are things going along better than you would expect them to go now that you're in the starting lineup? Do you feel like everything's going out as you planned it to?
Well, I wouldn't say that for the most part. I would just say that things are going great, and I'm just enjoying them right now, just being able to play right now.
You talk about how hard.
Wolfpack, they've always been a school that I followed, even in high school. They've always been a well-executed squad. They've always had athletes. I think as of right now, they're the best team we're going to face all year. We're going to have to execute well, make sure we do things and not give up stupid yards like penalties and turnovers, things like that.
The last three games, what have you learned that you can apply to this football game? Because it's similar competition, and these guys are probably better than those previous three.
Just don't make mistakes and actually finish and feed off one another. We have a board on the sidelines that we like to feed off each other. It shows from special teams to offense to defense how many drives feed off one another. And our goal is to get that as high as we can possibly get it. And the higher that number goes, the more mistake-free football we play and the more we feed off one another. We had a good thing that we haven't had VTech and UNC. The past game was the sideline presence was great. I mean, as much as I don't talk on sidelines, I'm trying to breathe. We had a bunch of guys that were doing really well, just keeping the sidelines up, keeping guys into it, and making sure the offense knew that we had the back.
And this past week was an important win for the team and for your goal of conference, but does winning that game make this week any easier?
Not at all. You get frustrated with teams like State and the UNC and VTech, like I said before, because you don't get anything from them other than bragging rights. And everybody wants those bragging rights. I know a bunch of guys from Raleigh and a bunch of guys that go to State. They're my friends, I considered, but not for this week. And that's kind of how it is. Everyone works for this week, and it's going to be important. And we can't really take anything away from last week other than playing 60 minutes.